Hi guys, good morning. Happy new month. I wish you all best of good things and new things in this new month. So we go to the chat this morning, and this morning I will just be emphasizing on how to draw your trend line properly, on how to draw your yes. Let's take it step by step for people that need guidelines on how to draw trend line properly. So I'll be using GBP USD as a perfect example. So now, don't forget, drawing of a trend line is just two things you need. You need two touches of a trend line. This is a trend line. This is a trend line, yeah. Like me, I use the top-down analysis for analyzing. So you need to come down to the beginning of a trend, which is this. Look at this low. This is this is a lower high. You have to come down here and put the trend line from this low to where you see candle wick rejection. So now this is how to draw a trend line properly. Your trend line properly drawn. I know some people will be like, okay, how do I go about this other one? Look at you see this trend, the bullish trend continues. That is where you go to the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, you can see that it's just a full candle. It has no weak rejections. So you know that even this trend is not over. That is why you need your that is why you need to learn how to trade with the top down analysis because it will guide you to direct you. Look at on the daily time frame, we saw that this candle moved from this weak rejection, this weak rejection, and before we know it, it started selling. And sometimes you would think the trend is over, but that is why you need to come to the higher time frame. That is where you'll be able to see clearly what price is doing. So let's go back to the daily time frame here. This is the daily time frame. Now this is another trend here. Look at one touch. This is one touch, second touch on the trend line. It's a valid. You don't need to adjust. You don't need to be adjusting your trend line. Some people will start adjusting trend line. They want it to match. They bring it here. By doing so, you will miss trade. When you put your trend line for a two touch on the on a candle wick rejection and it's valid, and you see price breaking through it, all you need to come to is to go to the higher time frame. When you go to the higher time frame, let me draw the trend line from the weekly so you can see. Look at this one. This is two touch. Let's go back to the daily. So now, because we analyze with the daily, that is why we draw it properly. Two touch on the on the candlestick. We have one, we have two. Make it a valid one. So you can see this one came back and it bounced the third time, and this breakthrough. But if you scale down to the 4 hours, you will see that this trend line that bounces actually gave us an entry. Now, how did we get an entry here? This is a resistance zone, or let's call it, yes, let me use your terms, a resistance zone. So you see the price came back to retest it after the first retest here, the first um retest here, it retested it again. And this our trend line. Look at when you scale down to the 1 hour, you see that price bounce off it. So trend line is very important. It is very important. Some people would have taken trades from here and imagine price move back to this trend line and see how it would have stopped most retail traders out. So this is perfect way to draw your trend line. Draw your trend line properly It has to be from weak rejection to weak rejection. It shouldn't pass through a candle, you know. And that is how you know how to draw a trend line properly. So, guys, if you really like this video, please like, share, and comment. Let's subscribe to this channel for more content like this, for more teachings on forex, educational content. Like, share, and follow us, and subscribe to this channel. All right, guys. God bless. We also have a Telegram channel. That is, after you subscribe to this channel, you click click on our details, messages on WhatsApp, and we link you directly to our Telegram channel. Do have a nice day. Stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye.